We have about four questions. The first one from Maudia Olaniyo, question 1. She asks that, what if the AL gains free will and takes over the world? What is the way out?
Come again, the doctor?
What if the AI gains free will and takes over the world?
What if the AI takes over free will, eh?
Yeah, take over everything.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for that question. Actually, this is one of the challenging area of AI and its subordinate like machine learning. The world is trying to come up with a kind of set of rules and regulations. Especially, they are trying to say that AI should not be used to develop weapons because it could actually refuse to take order from the one who developed it at a point in time, especially with machine learning. Because machine learning is trying to let a system learn from experience. So people have experimented in such a way that computers were trained in such a way that they started speaking a language. Even the one who developed it doesn't understand the language they were communicating. And the two are communicating themselves. So these are the challenges ahead. So it's very risky. That's why I said ethical. We don't go to extreme in implementation of AI. There are some places we still need to delay a little bit because it's going to lead to a lot of unemployment. For example, you want to automate your fuel station so that nobody should sell at the fuel station. Everything will be done automatically. Your parking lot is being automated. Everywhere is being automated. It could pose a lot of challenges to the world. And if AI falls to the wrong hand and they use to develop weapons, it could be the worst thing because these are systems that doesn't get tired. They don't go on vacation. So it's very scary. But at the same time, we hope that personally, that's why we do promote the ethical aspect of it, the positive aspect of AI, and there's so many positive aspects of it, as we are going to be discussing, especially when we start talking about the application areas of artificial intelligence, so especially machine learning, how we can use it in our day-to-day activities, in any field we are, be you engineer, teacher, just talk about it. Nowhere you can mention, even in the house, actually. So you can develop machine learning for your household system. You want to predict a child that's going to cause trouble in the next few minutes, you can know it ahead of time, so that you can pay more attention to that child before he or she cause trouble for him or herself, or maybe break something at home. A lot of things could be done to predict, could something goes wrong around the house. So this positive aspect of it is what I personally encourage, but however, to the questioner, we hope it doesn't get to that level that it gets to the wrong hand and they can use it. If AI takes over, that could be a little bit disastrous, but we hope it doesn't happen. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, the second question will be answered. Who asked that again? The third one is that he said this was asked by Oladayo Afolabi. Yes, I don't understand putting in back the output to the computer. Let him explain that section again.
Okay, come again. You don't understand putting back?
Putting in back the output to the computer. Yes, I think this slide, yes.
This slide, eh? Okay, thank you very much. Now, in the traditional programming, we write a program, a software, maybe program to complete this, whatever we want to do. We give data to that program and they generate output. This is what we do normally. However, machine learning is saying writing program is a big issue. We want to automate it. We want computer to write that software itself. How do we write that software? He said we can use data and the output of the data. So that's why what we may output is this. Let's say we have a set of patients. So we have we know the age of this patient. We also know the kg, I mean the weight, and also we know maybe the sugar level. We have some information of this is patient 1. So you give us the sugar level for this patient. We have the age of the patient to be 60 years. The kilogram is like maybe 75 kg. And the status in terms of diabetes is this patient is diabetes. He is diabetes. 1. We have another patient with another weight, another age, another kg, but it's not diabetes. Then up to that, we have several ones, maybe up to like maybe 20 or more. So this is what we call, this is the data set. So this data we are going to divide into 2, if it is a supervised learning. So we use the first set of data for training. In the training period, what we are trying to do is this. This is the data. So if you have a patient with a sugar of 60, age is 60, kilogram is 75. This is the data. Then what is the output of this data? We know from previous knowledge of documented record in the hospital that someone came to the clinic with this data pattern and it was confirmed to have diabetes. So we are going to say this is 1. So the algorithm inside there, we try to understand what is the relationship between this data that is making this person to be diabetes. Meanwhile, the next person, maybe this one is having 65 sugar, or is having 45 sugar, age is 70, kg is 65, but this one is non-diabetes. We give the data again. This one we learn, you're trying to understand it by getting an appropriate function ready. When the next data comes in, this person is non-diabetes. The output now is going to change to 0. The output is going to be 0. That is, you have the second data. What is making this one not to be diabetic? In this case, what we are trying to understand is we want to have an hypothesis function that we understand what is making this guy to be diagnosed of having disease and this one is not diagnosed. We have to check all the available data sets. This is called during the training set. Once we finish training with all our data, our computer will come up with a final program, which is called the hypothesis function. Maybe it could be H1 or H2 or H3, as the case may be. Now, when a new person visits hospital today now, based on what we have developed, we now ask the patient, since a new patient, we don't know if this patient is diabetes or not diabetes. We don't know. What do? We ask the patient, what is your sugar? We take the sugar, we take the age, and we take the kilogram, the weight. We don't have output now. It's a new patient. We are testing. This is production system now. We need to determine, is this patient is he diabetic or not? We will now pick the program that we have written automatically by our system. We give this new data to the program. This new patient is having 40, 60, and 70. Can you tell us if it's diabetes or not? And it's going to predict. This is at the testing stage for the system. So this is why we say we are given output, because the output is known and it is previous, not present. We don't know the present output. But for us to know the present output, we use the previously known input and output to make the prediction. I hope that is clear. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we have to stop now. We still have 3 questions.
Okay.
I think to be answered through the YouTube channel. But there's one here, he asked for the slide.
Okay, we are going to put the slide to the...
It was asked by Abdullah Idris, I must have read one. Can you give us the slide?
We're going to post the slide to the online, to the WhatsApp and Telegram group. So yeah, yes. We can take note of that. So we can all take note.
Munirat Bello and Aziza Yusuf, your question is written down. You ask, I need the name of the person or the person developed ML and the meaning of ML again. I think that will be answered later. The last one by Aziza Yusuf. Please, is machine learning summarily about prediction and what is Islamic perspective on machine learning? I think that will be answered in detail through the YouTube channel. Prof.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We are going to answer this later. but I think they are short questions. So let me just answer the first question. ML means machine learning. So ML means machine learning. So there have been several people that work on machine learning. Like I said, came out of artificial intelligence, started a long time ago. When you look at the origin of artificial intelligence, it came in with neural network, but there was no there was no hardware support to support it. So it went down. Then when the hardware technology improved, then machine learning then came back in the name of neural network and a host of others. And several persons have worked on this particular concept, not really dedicated to a particular individual. But the algorithms are those that are dedicated to individuals. You see who developed this algorithm, who developed these algorithms. Thank you. So the second question also, I answered it quickly. We have opportunity to answer it also in detail later. And that is why, is ML about prediction? No. There are so many other areas we can do about ML. So like we have said, it's used for gaming, it's used for even autonomous car. Autonomous car is nothing but machine learning, by the way. Cars that drive themselves, it's machine learning. So, but then it does a lot of prediction. So when we talk of prediction, prediction is not about future actually. So I need to clarify this. It's not SEER, it's not future seeker. So this is why also I mentioned ethical prediction. Actually, people looking for, I want to predict when the world is going to end. To me, that is sheer waste of time. It's unethical. I don't do it, I deal with such a thing. But there are a lot of ethical prediction. For example, when you look at the way autonomous driving car works, at every second or even microsecond, it needs to take picture, analyze it, and know maybe there's a car in front of me. Should I wait or should I not wait? That is prediction. But this is a positive thing. We don't want it to have accident. It's a positive prediction. So should I go right or go left? If I want to go right, what is the angle of my steering? Should I turn 360 or 2 for 20 or just 90 degree or a little bit of 30 degree? This is prediction. So autonomous car continuously make prediction of what to do next, where to turn to, and how to do it continuously. So we have a lot of predictive system that work. Then, for example, when we say there's going to be rain, it's not about knowing the future. There are a lot of physical systems that in the atmosphere. For example, look at the cyclone, the hurricanes. Before a hurricane actually happens, our creator actually send a lot of signs, but we don't have the capability to know it because of the level of science. At such point in time, we don't have the capability to know those signs. Before hurricane comes, there are a lot of earthquake that happens below the sea, but we don't even know anything is going on. Suddenly we see the hurricane come up. And when we look at the description of rain, the way it was given also in the holy books, you see the description, how it originates from the cloud. So all these things send signals to the environment that we don't have capability at some point in time. But presently, there are a lot of capability. Like hurricane that occurred in the US sometimes ago, maybe last year, everyone was evacuated before the hurricane actually happened. It finally came and lives were saved. So saving life is positive. If Islam encourages us to do whatever we can do to save life, if it is within our capability. So, and machine learning is a science. It's not that someone just sit down somewhere and say, hey, it's going to rain tomorrow. Have consulted my oracle. No, that is not allowed. In machine learning, it's a science with well-documented system. Like I mentioned, we want to see what was the temperature yesterday, what was the humidity. Humidity suddenly falls down. The machine learning has the capability to look at history. And in the past 20 years, whenever humidity and temperature falls down to some level, there was going to be rain. This is what machine learning is doing, by the way. Sometimes the prediction is correct, and sometimes the prediction is not correct. For example, predictions were made in where I'm presently living for the last 2 weeks. They said there's going to be heavy rain and a lot of thunderstorm, that people should stay away from valleys. It actually happened in some surrounding countries and some cities, but in our own city, it doesn't rain, but it became cloudy. So some city experience the rain with a lot of thunderstorm, but some city doesn't experience it. So that is why in this kind of predictive system, it's not absolute prediction. It gives room for some error, as the case may be. And that is why, wallahu alam, in the ethical aspect of it, it is still within the purview of our religion, as Islam allows such a system. It is when somebody is now saying he knows future that is not allowed. Wallahu alam. We'll talk more about that in the question answering section today. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Inshallah, we'll meet again tomorrow. Concerning the timing we are given is in Nigeria, but I gave a link on where you can change, you can check the timing of your location. Let's try meet that, but we are going to meet tomorrow in the morning, Nigerian time, to be 7:30. Right, let me check the time again. Yes, 7:30 to 9 a.m. 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. In GMT will be 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. So other countries try to check, if you check the WhatsApp group, you see a link where you can convert from Nigerian time into your own location time. We'll see you tomorrow. Other questions we are just put now will be answered, inshallah, through the YouTube channel. Thank you for the attendance. And please, those that come, please try to fill the attendance form. Please, thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye.
And also let us come very early. So that's just an additional message. Let's start to come very early. So because today a lot of us came very late, so that we don't miss any part of the work. And tomorrow we'll be doing some demonstration on some of the practical implementations, which is also very important. Thank you.